Okay, folks, they're not really talking about it in the news. All right. Um, People want a more complete view of what's really happening with the planet. Forget politics. All right. What's going on with the planet? All right. And how is it going to affect you directly? All right. Forget about what the wealthy can do. You got doomsday preppers. These people got the money to build shelters and all these different things. I'm talking about folks like you and me, all right, who are on a budget and just trying to prepare just a little bit, with what we can, do what we can when we can. Um, I recommend people go to this one page on here, FIDOC Av, FIDOCKAVE 213. All right, he has this series, you know, and extreme weather events, and it goes by the months. He got some other ones from back, 2008 on up. Recently, it's been going month by month, and you see the progression and the uptick of the extreme weather events and the weather patterns and changes and things that's going on. Whether it be strange sounds, or booms, or rumbles underground, the earthquakes, the sinkholes, the floods, the freak snowstorms, the ice storms, mini ice ages, heat waves, droughts, water evaporating, mass die-offs of fish and other animals, tsunamis, cyclones, tornadoes, hurricanes, the greatest hits. And no one should even be asking what's going on at this point. If someone is that oblivious, then, hey, get your head out the sand, please. You know, Turn off the sports channel, whatever it is, and wake the heck up. Alright? You all are waiting for the news to tell you all what to do. You all are waiting for some crispy, polished politician to tell y'all what to do. Alright? There's no need for an instruction booklet for someone to tell y'all to make sure you have enough food, to make sure you have enough water, to make sure you have enough diapers or deodorant and soap and toothbrush, toothpaste, all just essential items. You know, that way you don't have to get caught up in some kind of panic or whatever when everyone else, is flooding into the stores and fighting each other. I mean, you've seen people trample each other to death on a damn Black Friday for a sale just to go get some cheaper iPads and tablets and Kindles or whatnot. You see how people act with that just to go get some material items. How much more savage do you think people are gonna be when the threat of no food is around? When the threat of no water or no gas? You seen how people converge on the gas stations like vultures? You really want to be caught up in that? You may not make it back home. Okay? You may get killed for what you already have. So somebody can siphon off your gas or take your bag of groceries or something. Especially in places where you can't own weapons. Chicago. Well, except for the people who got them already, illegally. So, why are people still asleep? You know? It's time we start helping ourselves. You cannot wait for the central authority to tell you when to act. You best believe them folks, the wealthy and all them, oh, they ready. They got theirs going. Some of them. Some just feel like, oh, well, I'm on top of the world. I got all the money. But some are really preparing. They know where they're going to go. Yeah, well, I just want to go. I just go to a different continent. Not all of us have that choice. This is for blue-collar folks who don't have a lot. Focus on those items. Make yourselves a list of things that you normally would need, okay? Think about how you feel when you pour that last piece of toilet paper off the roll, and then you look in there and you all out of toilet paper in the cabinet, and you sitting there on the toilet, legs going numb like, dang. Hey, somebody go to the store and get some tissue. How do you feel? It's almost an anxiety that comes along. Think about that when there's no toilet paper for miles. Just things like that. Alright? Soap, deodorant, toothpaste, shampoo. eye drops, chapstick, whatever it is, whatever, little essential items. Of course, I don't even have to name food or whatnot. Something for a headache, you know. And of course, protection, protection, protection. You gotta think about the mind state of these millions, millions of Americans who have developed a dependency on behavioral drugs, anxiety drugs, and all that. What happens when that supply is cut off? What happens to their mind state? They may go crazy. Okay, you may have to protect yourself from some of these people because it can get pretty extreme. When people think there's not going to be any gas, all right. Perfect analogy is the expressway. It's only the expressway in name now. You try to get on the expressway, there's nothing express about it because everybody said, well, I'll get on the expressway. Soon it just becomes, a large parking lot. It'll be the same thing in every store in this country if something was to happen to the food supply. Look at the planet, people. What's happening? Meteorites and all these other things. Like I said, go watch those videos from that gentleman I named in the beginning. PDoc Av 213. And you'll get a bigger picture of what's going on. And this don't mean going spending every single dime. Like I said, do what you can when you can. There's nothing elaborate about it. This isn't rocket science. But we cannot be complacent anymore. The planet is shifting. Something has changed in the universe. All right? And as you see, things are changing in the way things are done in this nation, in this country here, and in other countries. The money is being pulled back. No more excesses, okay? Billions of dollars and the people in those positions to grab it have grabbed it, and they're continuing to grab it, trying to shore up their own defenses and everything. And the rest of us will be left to ourselves. All right? You seen how it was, I used the movie 2012, for example. They had those ships. Then one guy, he wanted to tell everybody, but the other guy was like, no. Only the people we deem are important. Billionaires and everybody getting personal, private phone calls. That's how they think about you. You're nothing. You can't contribute anything. You're just a consumer. That's how they feel about you. And that's the God's honest truth. You like to think that in the event of total collapse or half of a collapse, a partial collapse, that someone cares about you enough to react to take care of you. You take care of you. And you could sit around all day and fool yourself. Oh, it ain't nothing. It'll be alright, man. It ain't nothing. No. You know what? You may not get wiped out in some huge blast right away. You may just survive. And then what? Now you're trying to figure out. You're reactionary now. No, it's time to be proactive, not reactive. Not now. And time is running out. This isn't fear-mongering right here. This is good old-fashioned common sense, paying attention to what's going on around. The tidbits you get from the news and other forms of media that isn't mainstream. So I'm not on here trying to scare people. This is straight talk to everyone who isn't wealthy and rich and can, try to build their own colony on the moon or something. Folks who are going to be stuck in their neighborhoods, in their homes, in their apartment buildings, in urban sprawls and suburban communities. Your protection is leaving, okay? Your shepherds are pulling back, okay? Our national shepherds are pulling back. We're being left to the wolves. And you know how savage people can get when they think they're running out of something. I made the previous video about, about how people are just buying guns and everything, about rights and privileges, and, the folks who don't even buy guns, they're buying them now just because the thought of not being able to buy one scares them. You either apply that to everything else, alright? And just shore up your defenses. And that's all I can say about it.